between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. So now here's 3rd and 5. He's going to throw this one. Complete out to the right. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Brought in by Ford. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Doesn't make the connection.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Completed over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Nice return there, 15 yards gain. And it's going to be Panthers football. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go play action on 1st. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back now, pressure on its way. He's on the move. He's on the move. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Juke the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still second down.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running back sent in motion. He's got a man left. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This throw is cupped. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
On 2nd and 5 now. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. He'll throw it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up 6-0 here in the first. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Slot receiver headed left. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. 3rd and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. So after getting that pass away, he's in some visible discomfort. Training staff out now to see how serious it may be. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Collects this at the 32. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they're going to take over possession. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. Throw left side, complete. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Working inside the red zone. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Receiver in motion, going left. Now they'll throw out of the gun. This one's caught.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Our score, 14-0. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They start out with a 3rd and 6. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still third down.
After the penalty, 3rd and a yard coming up. Running it after the penalty. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
What that play shows you is that if you're not keyed in on the fullback right away, he's going to make you pay.
First down, ball at the 36. Going right back to the fullback, next play. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Pass play coming here. It's complete to Ford. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Pulled in at the 20. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Carolina offense headed out now. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. They'll run here on first down. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. They motion a receiver left. Looking for a throw here. That's to the rookie out of Michigan State. Now he's past the 25. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 20-zip lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Evans now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits him on the out route. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 3 now. From the 32. Finds the in route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. They'll try and throw it here. Throwing the out route complete. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They send a receiver in motion right. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Dump off to his fullback. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Caught, nice gain left side. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That one's complete, right side. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. They'll throw it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. There has been nothing that can stop them, so we got to assume this drive, Brock, likely going to end in a touchdown as well. Play action on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Receiver in motion, headed right. 2nd and 13. We've got a screen to the running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Panthers looking for a score before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. Ooh, incomplete there on 2nd down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to the air here. Yeah, and this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that stretches the lead to 21.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They go play action on 1st. That'll be complete to Ford. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st down, ball at the 36. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing it again here. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. This 42 yards from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. So we're to the half in this NFC Wild Card contest. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. This game 2 of our triple header here on Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. The home teamers knew a victory was necessary to have any shot, and they got it, as they'll finish the regular season at 10-7. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this
Panthers
one
kick team
to
out there
tighten
now
up
as they send it
significantly.
away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Offense to the line for second down. They're going play action. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now they face second down. Back to throw now. Gets out of trouble. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your leg.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
He's happy to bring them 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's caught for the first. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Automatic first down.
1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Now looking to throw. Finds a man right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 42-yard line.
Blown back gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Jukes one defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to...
And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers push their lead further to start the half. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers grow the lead now to 22 points. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Putting a receiver in motion. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's tackled for a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Ooh, the hard out worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending first and 10. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Dump off to his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending first and 10. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's first and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's second and 11. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
Third and long for him here. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third down's critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Second and 4 at the 26-yard line.
We're down to one quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Falcons have the ball and the lead. Only one quarter from advancing in the postseason. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
To the air, third and long. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Jukes out a one-stop. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. He's going to keep it this time. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Called in left side. An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. Back to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hits his running back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. Pass play on 1st and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10 now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Room to run inside the 20. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, Well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. On 2nd and 7. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Carolina. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers grow their lead yet again. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's Carter on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense headed back to the field. Their failure on 4th down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. And the Panthers into the nickel set. 3rd down coming. Back now, pressure on its way. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
He just throws this one away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard. When you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Free play here. Let's see what he does. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside, defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still third down.
Even with the assist from that defense, still third down here. Throwing from the gun here. Chased out to his right. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It's complete to Ford. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Complete to number 83. It's a gain of 6. And the Falcons first down.
Setting up a throw. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Now we see after that play, one of the Falcons having some trouble out there. They'll head out to look at him. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 27. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he hits the deck after setting him up with 1st and goal. They get 13 on the pickup. And now they have a 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Falcons hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Looking to throw on 1st and goal. Dumps it off to his running back. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one soars over everybody in the end zone. Just had to get rid of it. It's incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's only a small chip off of what's still a 29-point advantage.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here playing for a spot in that conference championship. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.